back with Breezin with Bierman after hours. Questions from the people on the street. Maybe we can do all three in one, see if we can remember them. We have questions like, what about just trying one dispensary at a time? What about people who self-medicate and their safety of marijuana and the black market that gets involved and things like that?
I think first question about trying one. The thing is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel because, like we said, there are already markets that open. I think Oregon or Washington started.
Washington, Colorado, 2012.
California, 2016. We have places that we can look into and find data.
Lawrenceville, I think 2 years ago, 1 year ago, New Jersey.
Was that in medicine? I mean,
I don't know, I'm not sure, but it's on Route 1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. We have data out there for us to study the impact on public health, public safety, even environment issues. Right? People don't talk this enough that growing marijuana is a hugely sort of environmentally kind of damaging exercise, the electricity, the water, and everything. So I feel like we don't have to have a dispensary to do this, kind of redo this experiment here in town, because there are towns already doing it for 10 years.
And it won't be that uniquely different, the numbers can't come up that differently.
There are similarities, certainly there are similarities. Certainly we can't find another town as special as Princeton, but I think there are certain lessons you can learn. Like the one you mentioned about the black market. Before California legalized marijuana, the promise was everything is regulated, the legal market is going to drive out the black market. Well, guess what happened? The opposite happened. The underground market, the black market, had a boom since legalization.
In some states it did. They said various reasons why it was too restrictive to set up these dispensaries, it was too expensive, and who knows? Yeah, but it did. Now it has grown.
I think one thing people don't deny, once it's legalized, whether it's legal, whether it's unlegal, the total volume of consumption of marijuana went up, right? On the underlying sort of black market issue, I think anyone has any sense of just kind of business 101. You think about you want to open a store like Dunkin'. You need to furbish it, you need to rent, whatever, versus some guy in the back street, like street corner, has zero fixed cost. How is it a legal business can compete with people on street selling, right? At least on price, like they cannot
price.
Compete.
Maybe
price.
not on quality or what you're getting,
yes.
But it can't beat on price.
Yes, and when you think about the particular vulnerable populations, because the argument has always been, say, hey, kids want to get it, illegal market, there's risk that the weed is being contaminated or intentionally poisoned with other drugs. It's a tough argument to make in front of kids, maybe only have that much money. You think that, hey, I'm gonna go for the premium. I'm gonna go for the artisan version of marijuana rather than the cheaper street drug. I don't know. People will necessarily, especially young people, will make that choice. And the lesson we learned from California is that the underground market right now accounts for like 80% or so the total sales.
In 2022, about right now.
I think the data is maybe around like 2020 or 2021.
Okay, but so it hasn't changed that much.
Yes. So I just think that it's one of those arguments that's not supported by data or evidence.
Currently.
At least not by the experience that we've seen in other earlier legalized states.